Hey, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? It is now time for Dear Jelly. And I'm super excited because I've got one of your favorite DJs with me, the infamous, oh, you haven't logged in yet. The infamous DJ Juan. Everybody loves DJ Juan. How's everybody doing today? DJ Juan, how are you?
I'm great.
I'm
I'm
so
great.
glad
I'm
you're
excited.
great. Um,
Yes.
and I'm glad that you're here today. Y'all know Juan has been working and covering a lot of stories all over town, so he hasn't been here in a while to vibe out with us. And so I am especially excited to have Juan here because the other day Juan was like, Jelly, have you been watching a certain show? And we got to talking about it, and we decided to share it with you because if you are as passionate about this show as Juan is, you're going to love today's show. Okay, because Juan is passionate. You're pretty passionate, right, Juan? There we go.
Yes. Very passionate about the show.
We're going to put it up here so we can see you. He's passionate about the show. The show we're talking about is Love is Blind, y'all. Um, and I know a lot of people have been talking about it, and I definitely want to hear what your thoughts are about it. Would you even ever go into the pods? Like, Juan, if you were not, oh, lights went out momentarily. I'm like, Juan, if you were not here, like married is what I meant to say. If you weren't married, do you think that you would be open to doing the pods? Oh,
There we go. Uh, yeah. I guess I would try. I would think so. I think it'd be interesting. It might be kind of fun. I don't know. What do you think?
you'd want to do the pods?
Yeah. Like if it was very maybe I don't know. I guess desperate might be too harsh of a word. Maybe that's a bad way to start. But if it was a thing where I'm like nothing is working dating wise, I think I have a good shot at meeting somebody sight unseen, right? That's the premise of meeting somebody without factoring in their looks. I think I would be into it.
Really?
Yeah, wouldn't you?
Well, before you said desperate, yeah. Now that you said desperate,
Well, I did say it was a bad choice of words, so I'll pull back on the desperate one. Maybe use a different word.
okay,
If it was if it was if it was an option,
because I was totally gonna say
readily
sure
accessible.
if they would if they would take older people because
Right. Well, we
um
know that this is a show on Netflix, so they have a type, right?
yeah.
They have a specific person that they want to get in on. So that might probably kick us out of the running for some reason, right?
So if it was
If it was truly like, hey, everybody, this is Love is Blind, everybody can come in. We'll do a lottery. We'll match you up somehow. Totally random. I think I would do it.
I literally just changed my password and now I can't remember what it was. Um so you would do it even but before you said desperate, so I don't even know.
I know. Like I did couch that term. I did change it back. So
So now I'm gonna say no, Juan, I would never do that because I'm not desperate. What are you talking about? Why would you even say that? Like, do I seem like somebody who would do a show like that out of desperation?
no.
Because, of course, now I'm not going to say, yeah, I totally would do it after Juan just said it was
I know.
desperate.
And I said, I apologize for that. This is a little early for apologies, too. Not
It
even 10 minutes
is. Not even 10 minutes in. I sound like we're on like Saturday Night Live. Good times. Good times. But all right, y'all, if y'all have watched this, I definitely want you all to chime in and talk about what you think about it. Because this is one of those things that, in all honesty, it has been bananas. And I am one of those people who is very passionate when I'm watching television. If you watch the show and you watch how they are in their pods, you might be like, oh, nobody's on the floor and jumping around and doing all that, talking to people. Well, I do. I'm like that. If I'm having a good conversations with my girlfriends, I'm on the floor, I'm standing up, I'm walking around.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely blanket, especially if it's a weighted blanket, but then I might fall asleep.
Yeah.
But
which has happened on the show.
Wait, what?
Yeah, somebody fell asleep.
No, I was like, I have not fallen asleep. No, yes. On that show, I thought Juan was trying to air my dirty laundry. No. On that show, definitely. I can't imagine. Because how long are they in there?
I feel like it's going to be like a couple of weeks. Maybe like 3 weeks.
How long are they in the pods with individual people, though?
And that's what I'm saying. I think it has to be like 2 to 3 weeks.
No, how long are they in the pod, though? Talking to one person?
How long are they talking to one person? A specific person? Oh, okay. I don't know. I think it would start out as an hour-long date, and it could go longer, shorter if needed.
So they stay in as long as they want to?
I think so. That's the sense I get.
Okay.
Maybe the first ones where people are just meeting people, those will change. But I feel like there's no specific time that people get.
I just know that people are saying like you can't fall in love like that, and you can. You can totally fall in love with someone that way.
And I think as a fan of the show, I feel like it has shown that in some ways.
There've been success stories. However, right now, like these people, some of them don't sound genuine. They don't sound genuine, and I really want them to bring a therapist on. I feel like we need a therapist.
I think they have talked about doing something like that. I think
because we just started. I'm not even gonna get in Clay right away. Let me tell you something. When they were introducing some of these people, they were just showing them. It wasn't even they hadn't even met the girls yet. Okay.
And you immediately saw red flags.
And I was pointing out Clay and pointing out other ones. I was like, something's wrong with him. Something's wrong with him. I don't like him. He's full of himself. He looks broken. Like, it was just like so many different things that made me go, no.
You called it out.
I called it out. And then I was like, JJ, you cannot judge like this. They haven't even talked to the girls yet.
It's true. I mean, that's pretty early to call things out.
I'm trying to say, hey, Tia. And I hope that we're not ruining this for, hey, Lindsay, I hope we're not ruining this for y'all who haven't watched the show yet. But I really want to talk about it because even if you haven't watched the show, something tells me that you have seen footage, you've seen posts, you've seen people say things like my mother called me about it.
Really? What'd she say?
She was watching it on Jennifer Hudson's show.
Okay.
And so she called me like, oh my gosh, this guy left somebody at the altar. And I was like, you watched the show? And she was like, I don't even know what show it is.
Oh, okay. So she saw it.
Had no clue what show it was, but all she knew was...
Is she watching the show now?
No.
Why not?
Because she thinks reality TV is messy.
It is messy, but that's why we love it.
Love is messy. Taking a chance is messy. Being single is messy, especially in 2024.
Yes.
Tia says, I saw the one guy walked away from the altar. They made it a reel. Yes. And oh my gosh. And this particular gentleman is the one I pointed out that something was wrong with him.
Yeah, immediately. First thing. Without even him talking to anybody else.
Why did you even talk to him? He cursed her out when he found out that she was talking to somebody else.
That's true.
But the whole premises of the show is to talk to everybody.
Maybe let's start with that. What was the thing that you saw from Clay early on? If that's okay, if we want to start.
I just had vibes. Sharice says, I haven't watched the last few seasons. Sharice, I have not watched the last few seasons, but you've got to watch this one. I didn't watch last season, but you've got to watch this one.
Yeah, I will say season 6 is, and I don't know how, believe me, I'm like your mom, I think reality TV is messy. I'm not a big fan of it. But somehow Love is Blind has become it's such an interesting show. And there are things in it that happen that are messy and ridiculous, but then there's also like some moments of like actual growth between people.
Oh, true thing. Okay, so you popped out for a second. That was weird. And so Tia says it's absolutely messy. So Tia, it's messy but it's like sloppy Joe messy. You know what I mean? Like sloppy Joe is messy, but it's like so yummy. And like that sauce might drip a little bit, or it's like seafood boil messy. That sauce might drip a little bit down your face, and you just gotta wipe it up a little bit and just keep eating because it pulls you in. It pulls you in.
You want to get through to the end.
And the crazy part is it was Juan, y'all. It was Juan. Juan is who made me binge watch this show. It's not even like one of y'all were like, ooh, let's talk about love. It was Juan. Sheree says it's definitely my plan. Yes, because the thing that I love about it, and Juan brought it up about how the things you can learn. So to be honest, when I'm talking to people on the phone, especially I try to contain myself when I'm video chatting because I don't want people to be like, "What are you doing?" But yes, I do get up, I do move around, I do get more, especially if it's like the tea is good, I get comfortable or the jokes are good, and so I do get the whole. Plus, I don't know, I assume they're in there a long time. Hold on one second, but before I get more into that, I do want to tell you about the Jason Foundation. Okay, push pause. We gotta pay the bills. The Jason Foundation is dedicated to the awareness and prevention of youth and young adult suicide. They provide educational programs for youth, parents, and the community at no cost. Suicide is preventable, and you can make a difference. Know the warning signs and how you can help. More info at jasonfoundation.com. Okay, so unpause. So one of the things I do appreciate about it is that it has helped me even with my communication style. Okay. Because sometimes you think that the people that are you really sharing who you are? Are you really communicating in a way that people can see and hear your heart?
This is like in a first impression.
Yes, in a first impression or period, right? Yeah. Period, like my students say. Like what in the world are you talking? Are you sharing? Are you really showing people who you are? Or are you vulnerable to show them your brokenness? Because let me tell you, the camera was there. So like when it comes to Clay, I see how Nina says, I watch every season. Clay was terrible. Clay is broken.
Yes. And is this Tia?
Yes.
Tia made a good comment that there's, and we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Sorry.
Although we don't really have a structure.
We're all over the place.
So, but there was a good moment, a good conversation with Clay. I'm talking about being broken, having some issues, coming into a situation with these issues. But there was a moment in the show where he was addressing them, or he was trying to address them, where his parents were addressing them. And Tia is right; they made a reel out of this conversation that his dad was having with with Clay's mom, who they were divorced. There were some issues in their relationship that I think obviously has transferred over or left an impression in Clay, which led him to eventually, or at least what he says is that it led him to make the decision to not say yes to AD, who was an amazing woman.
No, she was not that amazing for her to pick Clay. You are not going to cuss me out. You're going to curse me out and then
blame the victim here?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Because ain't no way.
Let's hold on.
Ain't no way. What did mask off? Ain't no way you're going to curse me out because I try to be vulnerable with you and walking. Because she couldn't see him walking around and pacing all crazy like we did. Are you with me or you not with me? And it's a process. I'm with everybody, bruh. I'm with everybody until we're engaged.
That's true. Yeah.
But ain't no. And then tell me how you're not gonna get on a knee. He told her he's not gonna get out on his knee. And I don't want to ruin this for y'all. I'm sorry. But I'm just saying he's not going to get on a knee until he knows what her body looks like. All these red flags.
Yeah.
All these red flags. And you still say yes to him? No. Did you say yes because you were happy to be chosen? You were desperate to be chosen. And that's how I feel about a lot of the women that I've watched on this show this season. This season felt like they were just ready to be chosen, opposed to really like looking at who you've chosen, like Chelsea. Okay, but I was Team Chelsea. I am not anymore.
Okay, but don't you think that is a thing that happens a lot with people at a certain age, right? They're ready to be chosen when they hit a certain time.
These people are young though.
They are young, but what I'm saying is that I think there is the societal pressure to get married, to have kids, that still exists, and people have that moment in time when they're ready to be chosen. They feel like there's the pressure, the race is on, the pressure is on. And I think that's why people do get into relationships that they shouldn't be into in the first place.
They're lonely, they're broken, they want to choose me, they want to be chosen. But at the same time, Tia said, LOL, I've been seeing more guys binge watching it. Yeah, because they can relate and hopefully they're learning how to communicate. So the whole promise of the show, if you're new to the show, is you're supposed to be able to talk to somebody without them describing. You're not supposed to describe what you look like. She said she looked like Megan Fox, but I digress. Chelsea said she looked like Megan Fox.
You want to talk about that?
She looks like Megan Fox's cousin on her daddy's side. But I'm just...
Let's just sidebar. Let's just talk about Jimmy's reaction to her when he first saw her. After she said that she looked like Megan Fox.
So she said she looked like Megan Fox, and he got very excited. Chelsea said she looked like Megan Fox, and he was very excited about it. And he was not expecting all that body to come through that door.
Right.
First of all, the one reason I was rooting for Chelsea is because I said all these women are model bodies. Nobody has a real body. And then I saw Chelsea. I'm like, oh, okay. One time for the big girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not like big, but she's at least like a size 12.
Yeah.
Maybe a 10. They look wide on TV, you know. So
the camera
adds. I'm a little nervous about being on TV myself. I'm like, goodness, what is going to happen when I get on TV? Like, the camera, where is it going to add? Hopefully in the right places. But I'm just saying, he wasn't expecting all that body. He was not expecting it.
What did you think of his reaction when he first saw her? After she built herself up as...
He told himself that he was going to love her regardless, but he lied. Because if you think about it...
that's a lot of lying to yourself.
Because if you think about it, right before he went to meet her, he said, I'm excited to meet Jess. And then he was like, I'm excited to meet Chelsea.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
He
was
said,
still thinking of Jess.
It was like a Ross...
There was a love triangle between Chelsea, Jimmy, and Jess.
He didn't like that Jess called him out on his sugar honey ice, tea on his stuff.
Yeah.
And but I'll get in trouble for spelling it on the air. But just he got upset because she called him on the carpet for not being forward. She told the man she loved him, and he told her he's not ready to tell anybody he loves them yet. And it was just a way that he was kind of cold with it.
Yeah.
And then she called him out on different things that he was doing, that she was giving him basically excuses for, like, well, maybe he's not ready. And we've got to stop falling for potential.
Excuses for Jimmy. Jimmy is a weird guy. I don't understand how he happened to be this person that two women were fighting over.
Because of his personality. Have y'all ever met?
Did he have a personality?
Yeah, he was like somber. Nina says a whole lot of red flags with Clay. He was very honest with her, and she took on the responsibility of trying to fix him. He was honest when he cussed her out. When he was trying to say, I'm crazy, babe.
I will say, I agree with Nina. She was right. She's right. Like, the AD was trying to take her responsibility to fix Clay, which is unfortunate. She shouldn't be in that position.
Cherie says there's a desperation. Yeah, there's a desperation that comes. But I mean, at what point do we stop making excuses for people who are showing us? There's an old saying, when a man shows you who he is, believe him. So when that man was talking about how looks are everything to him, Clay said looks are everything to him, and he don't care about anything else but how you look. Yeah. When he said it, he meant it.
Yeah.
Looks are everything to him. When he talking about he ain't never done therapy. Oh no. He's trying to tell you got problems.
Are you doing, is that a DMX voice? No therapy.
Lose my mind. I mean, that's how he was acting up in here. That's how he was acting. That is how he was acting. I had a problem with that.
Yeah.
And so it's just the whole thing of, y'all, at what point do we open ourselves up to be vulnerable without focusing on the physical? Because I love Trevor. Now, I don't like the way he looked.
But you thought he was a nice guy.
And he gave her that bracelet. Get that man his bracelet back.
Yeah, that's true.
That thing costs over like $200.
Okay,
I haven't tapped on my bracelet 100
Jelly,
times.
let's say
Sorry.
this because
Sorry.
we haven't. You haven't watched the rest of the show, and you haven't seen the reunion. But there are some things about Trevor that come out.
What's wrong with Trevor?
Do you want to know? Do you want to? Should we?
You
go?
gotta tell me now.
So at the reunion, it's revealed that at the same time that he was on the show, he was also talking to a girlfriend. And he was telling the girlfriend that he's in love with her and that he'll marry her once he's done with the show.
They're lying.
You believe Trevor?
I believe Trevor. I think somebody put that out to try to make it so to try to make Trevor seem like he's not as homely and lonely with them.
He answered the question, so he
didn't have no girlfriend with that mullet.
Probably.
I don't believe it. Don't be slandering his name like that.
That's what happened. That happened in the reunion. You have to watch.
Nina says we definitely shouldn't enable people, but with 80s history, she did the same thing in past relationships. So can we talk about that?
That's true.
When he cursed her out
Yes.
just for saying that she had a connection with somebody, which is the whole premises of the show, coming to make connections with people. She said he reminds her of the guys that have always been trouble, that she's trying to stay away from. So then I feel like it was like, okay, either I take Clay or I leave him empty-handed.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take Clay. Let's talk about Michael.
Well,
what's his name? Michael.
Who, the other guy?
Matthew, who looks like a serial killer. Yes. Cherie says, definitely agree of adding a therapist to Love is Blind. No, seriously, when you see the way that these men were freaking out, especially Clay, when you see the way that they were freaking out, it's tears. Like
there were tears.
Real like freaking out. Yeah. It is like, where is the therapy? This is my question. And I'm so serious. Do you think, because there's no way you can leave me to believe that when they vetted these men, they didn't see something was wrong with them. Do you believe that by chance they purposely put these cuckoos in there?
I don't know. That's a good question about the making of the show. And there's lots to discuss about that. I mean, we don't know. We can't give the answers because we don't know anybody connected to the show. So like we can only have like conjecture, right?
Yeah. Can y'all tell that type of job that can y'all tell that Juan is actually a reporter in real life? You hear how he's talking to me like I care about that.
Well, anyway, what I'm saying is like I think this is the first season where the issue, I think you called it out earlier in the show, that none of these people seem to be in the show for legitimate reasons. Like some of them are there clearly to become famous, to get a show, which I think is normally what happens with most reality TV shows, right? People will think they'll achieve some reality.
Wasn't Chelsea from a different reality show?
I don't know, actually.
No, that's what I heard. So I'm going to Google Chelsea.
Yeah. You're going to do
Tia says, definitely choose folks that are more exciting. I'm trying to tell you, they chose these people for a reason.
I do agree with that. I don't know to what extent that is. I don't think that they would choose somebody who was like a psychopath, but I think they might choose somebody who either needs more work or is having issues themselves. I don't know what the process is, but I would imagine that I would hope that there's some safeguards. But there have been issues with people finding out things about people who have been on the show, which I think is what happened with Trevor, where he got on the show because he wanted to be on a reality TV show, but he still had a relationship. And he was not the only one. There were a couple other people who did that.
If these people are from other shows or they're just actors, I'm gonna be mad. Is it possible that they're from other shows?
I don't think they're actors.
I feel like I thought they said Chelsea was from another show.
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Because if these people are actors, they're really good.
But that would defeat the purpose of the whole thing.
I mean, okay, I can't find it now, but I'm telling you, I thought I read that she was from another reality show.
But I do think that what you were saying earlier about how people are on the show for the wrong reasons, which is to attract fame, not necessarily meet somebody. I think that did happen a lot this season, and which is what led to a lot of the stuff that, like, I think out of previous seasons, this season was like the one where I think this season was messier for even all the other seasons. Like I think a lot of things happened, a lot of like situations, a lot of twists. Like brace yourself because the next couple episodes are going to be fun for you.
Like even when Matthew was talking about America's watching, America's and looking, and I was like, why is he talking about America's watching? Like, bro, like America loves the underdogs. So I'm like, so are you really on here because you come from some itty bitty town of 600 people? So you're on here to bring your town and talking about, they talking about Superman. Does he think he's Superman? Tia said definitely chooses folks that are more exciting. I think that's what they're doing. Tia said spinoffs are definitely a thing. I'm telling you. Right. She said it all started with Kim K. She has the original spinoff, LOL, and on the verge of acting, 50 Minutes of Fame, their breakout role. I think they also get paid for being on the show.
They do get paid for being on the
show. How much?
I think it's something like...
Let's Google.
It's something like $2,000.
$2,000
like per week, but then also they're supposed to be working like almost 24/7.
90 Day Fiance. 90 Day Fiance only gets paid $2,000 per episode, and that's if you're on a separate season or a spinoff. The very first year it's $1,000 an episode. Okay. So Love Is Blind, maybe because it's Netflix and they have more money.
Yeah, they pay them. They I think it's a good payout, but then they say it's not. There was a whole controversy a couple of seasons ago because people who were on the show claim they called out the fact that there's no there's no therapist on staff.
Well, they should have therapy before they come on the show. RuPaul says, "How you gonna love somebody else and you don't love yourself?"
Right, but
I be yelling stuff, and Juan be like,
"Jelly, let's be clear. If you love yourself, if you're a well-rounded individual like RuPaul wants you to be, you would not be going on Love Is Blind.
No, you will be on RuPaul Drag Race." Yeah. So I don't know, but I do know that WXNA is radio for the people, by the people, free to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a pretty sweet deal when you think about it, but we need your support to keep it that way. Don't side with the suits. Keep independent, commercial-free radio alive. Go to WXNAFM.org to donate now or become a member today. I'm just saying. I need to get $2,000 for reading the. Wait, what happened to the? Oh Lord, in the morning.
No, you're right.
And so $2,000.
Something like that.
Dang, I wish they took older people.
Yeah.
I'll go on there for $2,000 for them.
But you they say that the controversy in years past because they didn't have a therapist, but also they said the pay wasn't enough because they're having to be on camera for like 18-hour days, 12-hour days.
I'll be on camera 18-hour day for $2,000, Juan. Which angle?
Well, there you go.
No, who is it? Oh my God.
That's why you need to go on the show.
They're not going to take any. I'm in my 40s. They don't want us to find love. That is not entertaining.
So here's a good question. Do you think there should be a Love Is Blind Silver? Or maybe like the Bachelor, right? The Golden Bachelor, is that what they call it? There's the Golden Bachelor.
Tia chime in. Tia watched that. Tia's in the chat and she watched that, and I didn't watch the silver box, the silver.
It's the golden Bachelor.
The silver, the Beaver Bachelor. I don't know, what was it? Was he a Beaver Bachelor? Because he had a string of gray hair. I just saw a commercial where I saw that man crying, and I knew I wasn't gonna watch.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't watch it either.
I don't want to watch Grandpa crying about sleeping with a lot of people.
Well, but do you think there should be a Love Is Blind for like an older generation?
Cherie said, "Love Is Blind Silver." Tia said, "Dang, we silver if we in our 40s."
Well, what would be the color? What would
wait.
What would you call it?
Hold on, I didn't even catch that. What you trying to say, Juan?
No. I'm not. But I'm just saying.
You're saying I'm a senior
No,
silver?
that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I just said, should there be a golden bachelor version of Love is Blind? And we
Not
call it
for
Love
40s, Juan.
Well, what would you call it if it was in the 40s? Love is Blind, adulting?
What?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Sharice said, Golden Bachelor was pretty good. Sharice, what was so good about watching your granddaddy date? What was they doing? It was
People liked it. They said it got
old
good
grannies.
ratings.
But I heard it was the same nonsense though.
It
So where did he
was. I
go?
don't know that it was that
He went to
different.
go meet your kids. It was the Golden Bachelor. Golden Bachelor. Somebody said Juan is a youngster. Yeah, Juan is a youngster.
No, I'm about to be 40
When?
next year.
Juan is a Juan. So next year you're gonna be silver. Juan.
I'll be silver. I'll be Juan. DJ Juan Silver.
The audacity of it all. Y'all. See, y'all wanted Juan. You've been asking Juan, and now he's calling us silver foxes.
Oh, come on.
Y'all wanted Juan. You brought him on. And now we silver. How do you feel?
That's not what I said.
Jenna said, oh, Juan is my age.
The mature. Oh, somebody said.
Love is Blind, the mature season. Sharice said, but mature, but not if they all. But they don't want us to go on and act mature.
I know, but I'm just saying, what if?
But don't nobody want to be like.
This is a hypothetical.
Nobody want to hear somebody be like, "Hey, so I didn't tell you this, but I have 3 grandchildren. Is that a deal breaker for you? My adult son lives in my basement. Like, is that what? That's the kind of stuff that's going to come out. Oh, that's the kind of question. Instead of saying like, "What's your idea of a date?" They're going to be like, "Do you have AARP?" Yeah. Nobody wants to see that, Juan. Nobody wants to see that.
Never mind. I guess I'll
look at her 3 grandbabies. Hey, I'm a surrogate for my daughter because she can't carry her own children. Is that a deal breaker for you?
Maybe not. And then, yeah, I don't know. That would be.
Nobody wants to watch that.
That would be a whole different show. That would not be.
What kind of things was the golden, the silver, the badge of Bachelor talking about?
Yeah, we don't know about the Golden Bachelor. So if you know about the Golden Bachelor,
what kind of stuff was he talking about, y'all? Was he on there wanting to know? Do they like their tea? Do they drink Earl Grey? Like, what was he on there talking about? How do you take honey in your tea? What was he talking about? Because he was like 90 years old.
You can drink tea and be young.
He was like 90 years old. He was like 95 years old. I didn't want to watch him cry. I felt bad. I wanted to hug him. So I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Like, somebody go get your granddaddy.
Okay, so this is why you like the messiness of the Love is Blind.
Did you say I like the messiness? Did you say I like the messiness?
I think you do.
I don't know that I want to admit to liking the messiness, though, Juan.
I mean, I would admit it. I admit it.
Yeah, well, you're not silver yet. Sharice says Golden Bachelor was less drama, but it was fun to watch. I don't think they're not bringing no more granddaddies out. Nobody want to watch their grandmama spend the night with some stranger.
You don't think they're going to do a Golden Bachelorette?
Ew. No, grandma needs to stay at home.
See, I don't know. You were coming all the different sides against this. Either grandparents are too old, they don't deserve love.
I did not say they don't deserve love. No, it's not. I don't want to see them date. Tia says, "Look, I'm eager for my AARP." Okay. Jenna says, "Yeah, that wouldn't make sense, right?" But then Jenna says, "Golden Bachelor was good. He was not 90s. What was he? 85?"
He wasn't that old. I think it was like he was in his 60s, 50s, 60s.
That man was in his 60s.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I never saw.
I just know when he was crying, he looked very much like Benjamin Button. That's all I know. He was crying. Sharice says it was actually pretty normal conversation. Sharice, what did they talk about? Did they talk about did Ben Gay ever come into the conversation? Did they ever talk about creams and gels? I just want to know.
No, I don't.
She says they're about to do a Golden Bachelorette. Oh, gross.
See?
I would not be watching that
It's
either.
coming. I think people liked it. People liked it because it was also, again, another example of a reality TV show that kind of shows something that normally doesn't get shown, which is adult, mature people finding love and having those conversations and doing that. And I think that's one of the things I like about
How much
Love
money?
is Blind is that there is an element of relationship conversations that normally don't appear on normal TV.
How much money do you have in your IRA? Jenna says they are taking applications for it now. Okay,
There you
well,
go. You can sign up
who can?
for the Golden Bachelorette.
Juan, if I didn't respect your mama, I would say your mama. I cannot believe you just said I should sign up for the Golden Bachelorette.
Teasing.
Y'all heard it here live. Juan just said I should sign up for the Golden Bachelorette. First of all, they're not ready for the Golden Bachelorette to be black. Okay. That's a whole lot of different kind of granny.
Ooh.
Cherie said he was in his 70s. Okay.
Yeah, okay. 70s.
No, not at all. Okay, so they weren't talking about geriatric stuff. He was in his 70s. That's why he was crying. He was tired.
You're the one being ageist here.
I apologize. He was
Anyway.
72.
Can we go back to Love is Blind?
Okay, let's go back to Love is Blind.
Now that we took our detour.
So I feel like Chelsea would have said yes to whoever proposed to her first.
Interesting.
And even when Trevor asked her.
But she said no to Trevor.
She did not say no. She did not say no.
Are you sure?
He said, if I would have asked you first.
Jimmy proposed to her first.
Jimmy doesn't even look like a Jimmy. He looks like an Ethan.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like a Scott.
Yeah, I don't know what a Jimmy
He looks like a Brian.
I don't know. He does not look great. Agreed. But you're right. I guess Jimmy did profess his love for Chelsea first.
No, Trevor professed his love first. And then the next time around, Jimmy professed his love, but Jimmy got to propose first.
He proposed first.
Yes.
Dang.
And he said, if I would have proposed first, would you have said yes to, would you still have said yes to him? And she didn't answer. She just started crying. Let me tell you something about these crying scenes. I'm sick of her crying. You made your bed. Own it. You chose your man.
You're
my
so
man.
You're so cut.
Own it.
You're so harsh.
I mean, why are you crying? I came here to dump you.
Yeah, but people are going to have feelings when they're in that situation. So let's go back to Chelsea.
No, Jenna, we're not talking bad about Trevor. We are Team Trevor over here. We are Team Trevor.
Let's talk about, speak for yourself.
You're on Dear Jelly. Dear Jelly is Team Trevor. Jenna says they might have a black one. They had a few black women on the Golden Bachelor. Girl, them girls just on there for legal purposes. He wasn't choosing them. He was not choosing Portia, okay? Jenna said, but did y'all see the reunion of Love is Blind? So that's who flipped.
So I did. Jelly has not, which is why
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
I was telling her that something's come out about Trevor.
He said we should have a part 2. Do y'all think we should do a part 2? Like, should we Juan and I come back?
Obviously, when Jelly catches up, but she needs to catch up.
There's too much to unpack. Okay, there's too much to unpack.
Truly,
Trevor had a whole situation outside the process.
Yeah.
Cherie said one made top 3, if I remember correctly. That wasn't real. That was a plant. They be planting them there. I'm not buying.
You are distrusting everything. Who do you trust?
I got trust issues, okay? I keep trying to check the lyrics to see if I can play this song because I don't want to keep blurting out the cuss words. It's just, Jenna said yes to part 2. We have not played not one song, y'all. I haven't played one song.
The conversation has been good, though.
I mean, because the thing is,
I'm learning so much about you, Jelly.
What are you saying?
Well, between, I don't know, you don't trust anybody. You don't trust TV companies.
I have trust issues. And I am working on them.
You don't like old people.
Oh, I did not say I don't like old people.
I mean, that's kind of the sense I get from...
I said I didn't want to see them getting tongued down.
Okay.
I don't want to watch you get tongued down. And you married. And apparently young. checking these. I really want to play this song, but I got to make sure that there's no cuss words in it so I can catch it. Oop, I see the one curse word. Because we can't say S on the air, right?
No.
Okay. It's just the one curse word in the whole song. And so what she said, you don't want old people to find love. That is not what I'm saying. Because according to Juan, I am I should be the golden bachelorette in my mid 40s. I'm golden.
Yeah, we both said things that we didn't.
Oh!
We both said things.
Okay, Juan, I'll give you that. But here's one thing that I do mean to share. From Dante to Dylan, Ginsberg to Gorman, Frost to Fertile Hetty, the free Nashville Poetry Library is exactly what it sounds like. Browsing the catalog of over 2,000 texts is open to all. Zines, chapbooks, small press, DIY, limited run, local, classic, and contemporary poetry. Hours and info on upcoming poetry events at NashvillePoetryLibrary.com. All right, y'all. I do want to see everybody find someone for the record. I don't care how old you are. I'm just not a fan of watching people make out. Okay? I'm just not a fan of it. Call me prudish, whatever you know. Some things need to be left to imagination is how I feel. And I especially don't want to see somebody's granddaddy. Okay? But I do want everybody to find love. Now, what I do my thing is this is my first time watching Love is Blind since the very first Love is Blind. And so I'm team Lauren, team Cam, like, oh my goodness, Cameron had swagger.
Yeah, that's the guy with the beard, and there with Lauren.
Made $200,000 a year, yes.
Yeah. It was like an IT or something.
Yes. Yeah. Cameron had swagger.
Yeah.
Cameron was also accustomed to dating outside of his race. So, I mean, he knew that girl was black. One other thing. And she, he was an upgrade for her.
Yeah.
But
I think it was an upgrade for both. I think also that was great. That was a great catch.
Sure.
For Lauren.
Sure.
She was cool.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Remember the other women in the show. But one thing I can definitely say is they do pick beautiful women. This year, I just felt like, other than Chelsea, the bodies weren't really like realistic bodies other than Chelsea. What do you think about Jessica telling him that he was going to gag
Jimmy
and need an EpiPen once he saw what he missed out on?
I loved it. That was great.
Did he gag?
I think so. I think there's a whole, so you haven't seen this yet, but there's like a whole undercurrent of, and again, this also speaks to the whole idea of that this Love is Blind season is very different from the first one in that the first one, had a specific experiment they were trying to get through. But at this point, because the show has built in such a fan base, it has become such a big thing, even the people who are in the show cannot like exclude themselves from like being a little bit, I don't know, voyeuristic or being very into like the fandom of the show. So like there's a whole undercurrent of Jimmy trying to figure out what Jess looks like. And that...
Yeah, because even how he brought that up to your woman, you're on your honeymoon, pre-honeymoon. Why would you bring up to your woman, like, she told me I'm going to gag when she sees her body? And then old girl sitting there like, yeah, because her body ain't like mine. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's what she was thinking.
Yeah. He eventually, so again, spoiler alert, or spoiler...
Come through, Juan!
He finds out how she looks like because another one on the show, Jeremy, shows him a picture from her Instagram. And so that hold
on, they don't take their phones?
Yeah, they take their phones until they get back from the honeymoon or the getaway. They don't get their phones back until after the getaway.
So can we talk about the one that looks like Dexter's Lab, that cartoon? Dexter's?
Well, what did you think about the fact that he's still thinking of Jessica?
He was in love with Jessica.
Yeah.
That's who he wanted, but he didn't like that Jessica checked him.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to be
being confronted.
Because he's a little punk. And he liked, and he didn't want to be, step up to the plate. Then it's like, first of all, you want me to be a bonus daddy and you want me to be a man's man? Like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but that's his loss. I think that's his loss. Right.
Because she's been through some stuff. She shared about her foster care, being adopted, and you sound like you just had her unload all this stuff, knowing that you were not ready for all that she was bringing.
Right. He wasn't ready for that.
He wasn't.
Yeah. And then he chose somebody who was
he thought he could run.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
So this is good.
He was scared he was scared Jessica was gonna have a knife, slap him across his face or something.
This is why Dear Jelly. You know this. So you saw it. Okay, good. So who's the Dexter looking one? I'm not 100% sure who you're talking about.
That funny looking one that got the tall blonde girl.
Jeremy. That's Jeremy with the glasses.
He looks like he's losing his hair, which is fine. I don't know.
I think they all did, honestly.
He just looked like he grinds his teeth. He just looked like a teeth grinder.
Okay.
Like he just looked like he chewed his mouth open.
Okay.
He just looked kind of scrappy.
Yes, scrappy. That's probably the best description.
He just looked like he didn't have
any. Scrappy is the best description.
He just looked like he didn't have any friends when he was. I don't know. Like he just didn't look like he got picked to play.
No,
just trying. She is an upgrade for him, and I honestly, if I can be honest, when he walked out, I was like, oh my god, she's gonna tower over this little bitty man.
Yeah.
Do they have a height requirement? Because I was nervous that his face was gonna go into her chest.
I don't know that there's a height requirement.
I feel like there's a height requirement because how is it that all the men?
What would be the height requirement there? You failed the height requirement.
I just believe that there's a height requirement because all those men just happen to be, you just happen to be eye to eye. No, he just made. You must be this tall. You must be this tall to get on the show. Yeah, let's talk about that. Why you don't see no 4-foot men on the show? They need love too.
It's true. There should be some short kings.
I'm glad they had a black guy with body. I like a little body.
Yeah.
So I was glad they had a
body. Clay?
No, Clay's not black. I mean, Clay is black.
You're doing this all by yourself.
Juan, what's the other guy's name? And he has the braids, and he kept saying it's gonna be what's gonna be is gonna be.
The religious guy, the
not
principal.
Not the one that had the glasses. Who I guess he was trying to hide that he was cross-eyed. And he was just like, you can't see my eyes with these shades on. I mean, I guess he didn't make a connection.
Okay.
All these people who I was like, well, who are they dating? Because clearly they didn't make a connection because we see you in the public rooms, but we don't see you in the private rooms.
No. I mean, they definitely cut down a lot of people.
Jenna said, and this is Jenna, y'all. This is not me. Jenna said, we don't want to see short kings.
Well, there you go. There you have it.
America doesn't want to see it.
There will never be a short bachelor or a short king. Love is blind.
Wow. I mean, they had a Hispanic lady, but I didn't see any Hispanic men. I didn't see any Asian women or Asian men. I did see Asian women. Was she Asian?
There were. I think there might have been one or two.
They didn't like her.
There were some Hispanic women.
They didn't like her.
No.
They didn't like her. He dumped her for the other lady, the tall blonde.
Okay.
But I saw that on the next episode, it's going to be a whole lot of crying. So
yes.
I'm ready for that.
Okay.
As long as they're not like loud criers, like you can cry, but why?
There's some crying. There's also some yelling, some confrontations.
When do we come back to talk about this?
Whenever you want, we can do it next week, but you have to catch up by next week.
Okay, y'all, we're gonna come back.
You think you can do it by next week?
We're gonna come back next week and we're gonna talk about this. I'm gonna play this song real quick so we can at least play one song tonight. And just so you know, the views of Jenna, who says she does not want to see Short Kings, does not reflect that of Dear Jelly or DJ Jelly. Short Kings, we see you, we love you, we hear you. Some men out here are you. All right, here's Julia Micah. Why is it not playing?
I think it'll play.
There it is. Jenna said she don't want to see Short Kings. Jenna!
Well, I mean...
I gotta make sure I don't miss this cuss word. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's almost time. Juan, time went fast.
Yes. I love it.
I'm gonna catch it up. We're gonna talk about this on Easter. On Easter.
Oh yeah, Easter Sunday.
This is Palm Sunday. We out here talking about we don't want no short kings. Cause I got issues. Hey. Yes. I used to love this song. Is that bad?
Who is this?
I Got Issues by Jennifer Michaels. Juliet Michaels.
I've never heard of this before.
Oops. No, she just said shit.
Did you hit? Oh, you hit the thumb up. You know, you could also like turn this on and off when she says it.
Oh.
But it's a little tricky because you have to like kind of watch it.
You don't. I won't judge you too. Jenna said sorry she had to say it. No love for the shorties. And then Sharice is co-signing. She said no shorty. I got issues. You got them too. Give them all to me and I'll give mine to you. She said, Sharice said, oh, Jenna said sorry I had to say it. Sharice said that's funny, no shorty here. I got issues. And one of them is how bad I need you. Have you heard something? You got them too. Tia says, you two are too funny. We'll have to check it out so I know what's going on. Hey, you got to watch the show. Juan got me watching this show, y'all. Juan got me watching this show.
All the seasons.
I watched 9 Day Fiance religiously.
Okay.
I hadn't watched Love Is Blind. Please watch, y'all, so you can see how right I am. One of them is how bad I need you, and just by how bad they act. Sorry. You're listening to WXNA LP Nashville 101.5 FM, live streaming on WXNAFM.org. Tracking back, that was Julia Michaels with Issues off the 2016 Issues single release. If you're just tuning in, hey, it's Dear Jelly with DJ Jelly, and I have had the pleasure of having a pretty interesting conversation with some pretty beautiful old people on the air in the chat on TGI Jelly on Facebook as well as TGI Jelly on YouTube. Pretty great insight on the Love Is Blind situation and show, and also DJ Juan of the International Echo has been in here with me, and we're gonna do a part 2 because we've kind of run out of time. If you are a Love Is Blind fan, please tune in next week, 7 p.m. Central Time. Tune in next week so that you can help give us your insight. What do you think about the process, the vetting process? Do you think they're actually taking it as seriously as they used to take it? Do you think that hold on, we have some comments. And so Jenna says, oh, the new 90-day single life is good. Yes, but we can't talk about 90 Day because I will never get off the air. Juan will miss his whole show. And yes. Nashville Adult Prom says, I have watched Love Is Blind and I'm stuck. Oh, you're stuck. Are you? Okay, so do you like Clay? Yes or no? Do you think that we would have as much drama or as much entertainment as Juan liked to point out? Do you think it would be as messy if they had people 40 plus on there?
If they had a mature version.
A mature version. I don't know about you, but I feel like I was mature in my 20s, but maybe I wasn't. Watching these people, I think about like, what was I like this at their age? And how am I when I'm going into relationships or meeting gentlemen? Like, what is that vetting process like? And that's another reason why I like to watch it, because I like to people watch and think about like, how would I answer some of these questions? Would I be as vulnerable in the beginning as these people are? Because let's face it, a lot of us are going to be guarded because we don't want to be hurt.
Right.
And some of these people are just playing cray cray on this show.
Right.
That is what I'm ending the note on. It is now time for the International Echo with DJ Juan. And so if you are tuned in on this live stream, we're getting ready to log off. Please log on to wxnafm.org and kick it with DJ Juan. What can they expect tonight?
Nothing. Well, nothing.
Nothing.
No.
You can expect nothing.
I guess I don't know. To be honest, I just have like a mix of stuff. So it should be fun. I guess I'm doing a terrible job of covering it. But
Tune in one with nothing.
Yeah,
A nice fun mix of nothing.
like a show about nothing. Like
Is it music from France? Is it music from?
It's music from all over. So there's some African music. There's some Latin American music.
Okay.
So
definitely stay tuned. If you're listening
everything.
If you're listening to the radio, do not turn that knob. Do not turn the dial. Do not push up or down. Stay with DJ Juan. Vibe out to the international sounds of International Echo. And yeah, we're gonna be back next week. We're gonna go finish watching this Love is Blind series or season. So we can come back next week and talk about this reunion and talk about and we're gonna redeem Trevor's name. And
you're gonna change your mind about Trevor.
I don't know. When I like you, I like you. And so we'll see. I mean, takes a strong. He's a good man, Savannah. That's just the way I feel about him right now. All right. All right, y'all. Love you. Hope you have a wonderful week. Wouldn't do this without you. Couldn't do this without you. Juan will be back next week so we can have part 2. Have a great one, y'all. Bye.